카드가 하지 못한 일로 새로운 경험을 늘려주는 이것이 신한카드의 선초. 초월하는 가치를 만들다. 신한카드. 도코노의
들에 대한 박수.
Perfect. This is a really good dial.
Democracy dies. That it doesn't just die in darkness, that it dies on television with nobody doing anything. Enough of this. We can't just sit by and watch this happen. And I have to say, I'm surprised the other presidential candidates aren't out there talking about it.
Before we go, just one last question about what lies ahead for you. Obviously, it's Nevada, there's South Carolina. Are you concerned that Senator Sanders appears to be solidifying the progressive wing of the party behind him? You've got, I guess, more moderates, you might say, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar. Do you see yourself as sort of a lane in between a Sanders and a Buttigieg, a Klobuchar? I mean, sort of some sort of bridge between them? Where is your lane at this point?
So Jesse Jackson made a wonderful statement many years ago. It takes two wings to fly. And I think that's where we are right now in the Democratic Party. A lot of good people in this party, a lot of good ideas. But we need someone who's going to be able to unite this party and to be able to fight hard on behalf of core democratic values, to fight on behalf of hardworking middle-class American families, to fight on behalf of people who've just been getting the short end of the stick over and over and over. You know, I came to politics late, but that was my life's work. And I'm running for president, not just because I know how badly it has gotten for hardworking people, but I can see the ways that we can make this better. We get in this fight together, we can turn this around, we can make this a country that isn't just working for rich people, but a country that actually invests in all of our children, a country that actually builds a future for everyone. It's what makes this so exciting.
Senator Warren, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
A lot more ahead tonight, including breaking news, more fallout apparently from the Roger Stone case. We'll be right back.
Focused on issues of health and nutrition, education, and economic empowerment. The Aliko Dangote Foundation is the largest private foundation in sub-Saharan Africa. Aliko Dangote Foundation, setting Africans up for success.
On the next Vital Signs, from a mountain kingdom where wealth is measured in happiness, a new focus on health. The doctor leading the charge is also Bhutan's new leader.
I was a surgeon, I'm still a surgeon, and I govern this country with surgical precision.
Vital Signs, today on CNN.
Some of the children you see are the victims of the traffic.
This is the 100 Club, our look at companies that are 100 years old or older. Burning buildings, breaking glass, cracking a safe with a blowtorch. It's all in a day's work at Underwriters Laboratories. also known as UL.
From its funnel-like nozzle, a smothering blanket of carbon dioxide gas and snow is distributed over the blazing pad.
The company is destructive by design, all in the name of safety, dating back more than 100 years.
So it was 1893, and Chicago was hosting the World's Fair, the Columbian Exposition, and the fair was going to be illuminated with lights. And the underwriters to the fair started getting a little concerned about, what is this electricity? We actually need someone to inspect the fair. So then in 1894, Underwriters Laboratories was founded by William Henry Merrill.
In those early years, items deemed safe by the company's inspectors were declared UL listed and actually inscribed on a list.
Manufacturers applied and had their products certified, would put Underwriters Laboratories ink on the product. Well, in time, that was a lot of real estate on the product, and we had to shorten it.
We live in such a fast-paced world where the news has been so relentless. Historic events have happened one after the other. I think that you need that daily appointment with viewers around the world to try and sort through the news of the day. What's important? Why does it matter to me? How do I put it all in context? We follow the news as it happens and where it happens. And then we also take a step back to walk the viewer through the day's news. That is the mission of Halagarani Tonight.
I'm Nick Payton-Walsh in Beirut, and this is CNN.
Let's check in with Chris, see what he's working on for Cuomo Prime Time. Chris?
It's the worst thing we've ever seen a president do when it comes to the administration of justice domestically. It's not even debatable. You'd have to look at something like Nixon. I listened to Dershowitz. I love those segments with you, Tubin, and him. I was very disappointed in that one. I'm disappointed in the professor's position. I imagine if it were his client and the president said the reverse, instead of, it's too big a sentence, it's too soft, put him in jail for longer. I wonder what Dershowitz would say then. I bet you it would be a different argument, and that's the problem here. Politics doesn't mix with the administration of justice. It's not debatable. We're going to take on what the problem is. I have evidence of the same. We will lay out what happened here. The only question is what can be done about it. We have Senator Blumenthal here about what can be done by Congress. And what can the Democrats do to win this election? Because that's the only check on this president. Do they have someone for the job?
Yeah. Chris, we'll see you then about 6 minutes from now. Appreciate it. See you in a few minutes. On that front, there's breaking news straight ahead and yet more turmoil at the Justice Department.
The Dangote Group stands at the forefront of African enterprise. Since 1978, we've touched the lives of millions of people by meeting their basic needs. Our belief in the promise of Africa has taken us into 14 African countries, with substantial investments that will propel the continent towards greater prosperity, promising jobs, improved standards of living, and economic growth. Dangote, for an empowered Africa.
Welcome to The Lead. I'm Jake Tapper. We're going to begin with the politics lead, and one of the biggest bombshells today.
The straight talk you need.
That seems to be, to me, completely contradicting.
From your man in Washington.
It's all food for thought when you, in the public, are trying to decide who to trust.
Who won't back down.
We're getting a new look at the headwinds that congressional Republicans already are facing. A monumental day in our politics.
The Lead with Jake Tapper. Tuesday through Saturday on CNN.
더워. 방에서 신랑감이 짠! 하고 나타나니?
내 여보야는 내가 직접 찾는다. 내 손으로 딱 내 마음에 쏙. 가장 스마트한 결혼 중개 앱 여보야. 기다리기만 하면 하늘에서 신부감이 뚝 떨어지니?
내 여보야는 내가 직접 찾는다. 내 손으로 딱 내 마음에 쏙. 가장 스마트한 결혼 방법 여보야.
제가 직접 골랐죠. 여보야.
결혼은 정말 꿈일 줄 알았는데 여보야.
좋은 인연 찾아 행복해요. 여보야. 소중한 결혼 여보야에서 찾으세요. 여보야.
서울을 더 빠르게 송추 바로 그 자리 경남 아너스빌이 옵니다. 교회선 운행재개 계획으로 기대되는 미래 비전. 서울 생활권의 경남 아너스빌. 북한산 국립공원을 품은 그린 프리미엄과 전세대 미세먼지 클린 시스템까지 서울을 더 빠르게 송추 북한산 경남 아너스빌.
고품격 주거 명장 직접 확인하세요.
송추 북한산 경남 아너스빌 031-963-1236.
1588 CNN.
It's breaking news from CNN's Evan Perez tonight. People familiar with the situation say that more prosecutors at the U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Columbia have discussed resigning in the coming days. Just the latest in a week since President's acquittal that has seen both Alexander Vindman and his twin brother fired. Ambassador Gordon Sondland fired as well. The president attacking the Democratic senators and one lone Republican who voted to convict. The Roger Stone developments and the apparent retaliation against the former Justice Department official who oversaw that case. CNN's Jim Acosta said the White House for us tonight. So you look at all of that. It's only been a week since the president's acquittal. I know you've been talking to people. Do you know what could be next?
Yeah, as you mentioned, our colleagues at the Justice Department, Anderson, are saying that there could be more resignations in the Justice Department in response to how the DOJ has been handling this Roger Stone case. I will tell you, though, if there are resignations, they may be in vain, Anderson. I talked to a couple of Trump advisors this evening who fully expect the president to either commute the sentence of Roger Stone when that comes about or give him a full pardon. And so those resignations could come along. Obviously, that is what our colleagues are hearing over at the Justice Department. But whether or not it actually makes a difference in the end, that it just may not come to pass. I will tell you, Anderson, talking to one Trump advisor earlier this evening, this advisor was saying the president, he's been on this vindictive victory lap for about a week now. Expect him to be more brazen in the coming days and weeks and months ahead, according to this Trump advisor. He's really feeling unleashed by the verdict that was rendered by the Senate last week.
Understandable why he would feel that way. I mean, no one in the Senate had really, on the Republican side, certainly would stand up to him, other than Mitt Romney.
That's right, and that's why you saw the president's, his mood was palpable in the Oval Office earlier today. He was sitting in the Oval Office with the leader of Ecuador, with a stack of Trump campaign hats right there next to him in the Oval Office, and he was asked whether or not he had learned any lessons from this impeachment saga, and he said the lesson that he learned was that it was the Democrats, in his words, who were crooked, and that he should not have been impeached in the first place. Not exactly the lesson that a few Republicans, like Susan Collins of Maine, were hoping that the president would draw from this experience. If anything, it sounds like we're going to see a more emboldened President Trump in the days to come, Anderson.
All right, Jim Acosta at the White House tonight. Jim, thanks very much. I appreciate it. The news continues. I want to hand it over to Chris for Cuomo Prime Time. Chris?
All right, Anderson, thank you. I am Chris Cuomo, and welcome to Prime Time. The president attacked the rule of law like we have never seen. Forget the clever legal minds and devious debates. It is obvious what happened here. There is evidence that shows it, and we have it. So let's get after it. What do you do when a president dictates what is justice for his friends? We watch the president praise his attorney general and his cronies, and Trump are now saying the prosecutors, they're the ones who went rogue, deep state. It's all BS, and there is a trail to prove it. The deception is not new. In fact, it is the directness that's startling. Presidents usually a usual pardon for something like this, right? Think Bush with Weinberger, Clinton with Mark Rich. Why? Because they know that the institutions of justice would generally not go along with a perceived political payback. But